Hello and welcome to another video on our channel. This is the return leg from our trip to Ontario. So this is Toronto to Calgary Air Canada flight review. If you've seen the first video, you probably know that we would have complaints this time. If you haven't, I'll link it right up here somewhere. And right now it's actually more than a month since we came back, so it's been a while since that flight. But the reason why I have to start here is because it was a little hectic at the airport. We arrived, we had to drop off the rental. We had a lot of luggage with the car seat and all our luggage, so we headed straight to the kiosk to drop off our luggage, to check in basically, and thinking that we're gonna start filming afterwards, because with all the luggage and the baby, it was kind of hard. But then we got in a shock. So, yeah, and I couldn't really recover from that, so we don't really have a beginning of the video. But here's what actually happened. So, leaving Niagara Falls, the flight was showing on time. While I was driving to Toronto, we received text messages, and I also had received emails, text messages. Siri was reading them while I was driving, and it was saying, please check in, blah, yada yada. And the flight was still showing on time. I like nothing to suggest there was any problem. We arrived at the gate. We wanted to, check in all our stuff, and the lady asks us where we're flying to, and we said Calgary. And she's like, what time is your flight? And I said, 7:25. And she said, we don't have a flight at 7:25. I'm like, what? Seriously? And I said, Air Canada 155? And she said, oh yeah, that one is delayed to 11:25. So 4 hours delay. Nobody tells you anything. And yeah, you just arrive at the airport and suddenly, there's 4 hours delay. Of course, the flight didn't even take off at that time. It was delayed further, but the first time I actually received a message from them about a delay, it was at 11:40, and it said, oh, your flight is further delayed. Up until then, I didn't receive any communications from Air Canada. The lady at the desk was nice, as nice as she could be. I mean, I'm pretty sure Air Canada doesn't allow her to do a whole lot for us. She offered us a flight at like 8:25, but we couldn't sit together, and we really didn't want to be separated with the baby on lap, because he's kind of like sleeping over two of us, and he's big for his age, so this wasn't an option. If we're not sitting together, we were not gonna go. And she just gave us $15 each in food vouchers, and we headed off. We went through security. In the security, we had a little bit of problems with the little guy. He got really upset that they took his car. You can hear him now. He took his car, so it was big crying. At the end, I forgot my passports there, the tickets and everything. Had to come back at some point to grab them. Oh, and the vouchers, of course, the food vouchers. But yeah, they were there. At least we didn't lose those. Yeah, we had to wait for 6 hours at an airport, just without any decent seating available or anything to eat. Well, anything to eat in terms of the $15 is not enough for a full meal for an adult, never mind the baby and everything. Yeah, the $15 is a joke, of course. But yeah, this is where we are at, and this is the beginning of the video. You will see us after we've gone through security. Actually, at the time, I don't even know. I've lost the passports and the tickets and stuff. At some point, I'm gonna scramble to go get them back. I don't think I'm gonna mention this in the video at any point, but yeah, that did happen. But anyways, enjoy. We're delayed. We're gonna be here at the airport for a while. Maybe he's getting his dose of milk. We're supposed to take off 7:25. We're gonna be taking off 11:25. We're already past security. Baby cried a lot during the security because they took his car. He's always crying, but yeah. Are you gonna cry again? He's not very happy. But yeah, Air Canada hasn't been very helpful either. So far they only gave us $15 each food vouchers for the delay. And we're gonna be here for hours, so.
You want more milk?
Why do you want to push that thing? You're at the playground, you can play. Finally realized there are vehicles outside. So now he's busy watching. Watch your head. Watch your head. And here's pretty much the only somewhat comfortable seating in Terminal 1. You have the charging stations here for your phones and stuff.
Chargers not working.
Any of the chargers doesn't work? Okay, finally found one that works. How many hours do we have? 2 more hours. 2 hours. How many hours have we been here?
8 hours.
We arrived 3:30, well, in the airport we were probably 4 o'clock for something. Yeah. 5 hours maybe. 3:30 we were at the gas station. 4 o'clock we dropped off the car. Maybe check in 4:30. Yeah, it was like 4. Yeah, it was 4:30 when we were checking in. So 5 hours we've already been here. sleeping.
Hopefully they still had it open.
Well, that's a view on this.
Baby's awake. It's too shy for her. Buttons there are there. Is this a pacifier? Is this a pacifier? Why you would unplug Daddy's phone? It's charging, okay? Daddy charging his phone. You're gonna play with that now? You're gonna play with the camera? No. What you filming now? What are you filming? Oh, baby. What are you filming? Are you gonna eat the camera now? You figured out how that works pretty quickly. Oh, baby.
We encourage you to wear your seatbelts at all times. You have located in your seat pocket. For a limited time, TD Aeroplan credit card holders will receive a 25% statement credit on all bistro items purchased with their card. We thank you for choosing Air Canada. We hope you enjoy your flight.
It was.
And this is the infotainment system. I couldn't find anything to watch. It wasn't. It's very interesting though. Another thing is like there was no map or like any traveling from there. Like it's usually, you know, on the airplane it will tell you where you are and like how much more left you have. There was nothing like that here. It's really all infotainment system, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't complain too much about it. I don't care. I didn't watch any movies. I didn't play anything I like, but the other problems are more important. This one I can live without.
What's that noise? What is that? What was that?
That's the
Landing gear?
yeah, landing gear, yes. Figure out where we are. That's probably Adrian. Okay, we're coming in.
Oh. So I got. Wow. Oh, maybe not. That was pretty good.
These are like, it's like what, 2:30 a.m. or- Keep this elevator. Parking. Back here in the same spot. Like 2 weeks ago almost. Car somewhere there way high up. Fifth, level 5. Anyway, so this was our own ordeal. We were supposed to land here what time? 9:25. We landed 2:30, so 5 hours late. Yeah, not fun. I'm definitely going to complain, so this is not going to be the end of this video, and I'm well behind on my videos right now, so we have to take the elevator, baby. We have to go up. But yeah, it's not the end of this video. I'm again well behind, so I'll probably take 3 to 4 weeks before I'm posting it, so there's going to be an update from my complaining with Air Canada. They only gave us $30 total for vouchers, food vouchers, which is I think ridiculous, But anyways, let me see how I can get in here. Ooh. Five.
Going up.
Okay. Well, getting to the car.
Parking level 5.
So we finally arrived home with 6 hours delay. Technically, we were supposed to fly on August 23rd, and we were supposed to arrive in Calgary on August 23rd. Technically, we didn't even take off until August 24th. And of course, like, we arrived here August 24th. But yeah, I did complain. I did submit a complaint with Air Canada, and they're basically ghosting me right now. They're pretending I don't exist. When I call them in, they just say, "Oh, you have to submit it online." There's nothing they can do. Of course, that's what they are. And yeah, when I tried submitting mine, like when I said like what my flight number is and the booking, and they're like, "Oh, you don't qualify for any compensation." I did submit one regardless. And I do have a case number from Air Canada, but it's been over 30 days and they never responded. I did submit it the next day after the flight. And yeah, they're ghosting me. So today I submitted my complaint with the Canadian Transport Agency. I know that they have a huge backlog right now. I know that I'm not the only one. They're ghosting right now, Air Canada. They're pretty famous with their treatment of passengers. But yeah, I'm gonna fight for that. I'm not gonna leave it alone, and I'm gonna bug them until they pay up. And they owe me me and my wife $400 each. This is what the rules are. Delay between 3 and 6 hours is $400 each. So this is not a cheap flight. I just wanted to say this. Like, if you think that my expectations are way too high, yes, I'm flying economy, but flights in Canada are very, very expensive. So this is not even flight coast to coast. I mean, Toronto is not on the East Coast. Calgary is not on the West Coast. So it's not really across all the way of Canada. It's most of the way. But flights across the US are maybe to $300 a piece. Those were $600 a piece, US dollars. And I know people are going to say, "Oh yeah, but airport taxes in Canada are more expensive." Airport taxes are about $150 a piece. The rest is the cost of the ticket that is going towards Air Canada, and it is still more than what a ticket would cost to fly coast to coast in the US in economy. Never mind Europe. Europe will be even cheaper flying across Europe. So these flights are very expensive, and still passengers are treated very badly here in Canada. And unfortunately, we don't have many options. It's either WestJet or Air Canada, and there are a couple other small airlines, but they're only here and there with spotty service. So we don't have many options. The only option is going through the Canadian Transport Agency. So I'm complaining with that, and this is probably going to take over a year. This is what I've been seeing in the news, that they have backlog of more than a year right now. But I'm going to stick with it, and I will be asking for my money. With that, I'm going to wrap it up here. This is this video. Thank you very much for spending the time, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.